number 1 here on PS2. Alright, so Young Link, I really wasn't expecting this pick at all, especially with the matchup with Game & Watch. I think that Game & Watch can kind of just space out Palutena a little bit with like their nairs, but maybe a battle of nairs Palutena wins. Not a great matchup, so I couldn't really tell. Going along though, we see a few good hits here back, almost dead even right now, as the other players are trying to get in and Blueboo trying to make sure that Arkdee cannot get in.
And I'm back.
And they're back.
So yeah, surprised to see the Young Link here, especially since I know Blueboo's been playing more Game & Watch in recent years, but I know the Young Link still exists, so.
Well, absolutely. I've seen it do really good, especially at the at the Spartan Summit that happened recently.
I do think this might be a worthwhile thing to try because I know they just played at Crimson Clash a couple weeks ago. Because they got 3rd and 4th respectively, or 3rd and 2nd respectively, I think. So they would have played there, based on how that works out.
There's also definitely nothing to scoff at either. Incredible place.
And I do think it was Game & Watch most of the time. Maybe Young Link at the end trying it out. So starting something new this set.
And seems to be working in his favor at the moment as well.
You're right.
Getting over stock lead and just getting about 67%. He is at the glorious number. I mean, it's going to take a lot for... Oh, never mind.
Oh, that didn't take a lot. That took one hit at.
Yeah, no, solid lead going into the second stock here. The real question is, how is Arkdee going to try and find a way to snake into Young Link? Because with all these boomerangs and fire arrows, it seems quite the bullet hell to me.
Yeah, I feel again like I'm watching party poppers. They're just not
just in the shapes of like toys more.
Yeah, that's a good. It's more like a childish rage.
Yeah. Throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, a temper tantrum, and he's throwing toys everywhere because that's what this stupid baby does. And you know, as a good parent like Palutena, she just runs at you and hits you with a blunt object. So
I think it'd be more accurate if she was like running at Young like a chancla or something.
That's the Arkdee downer, which we'll see at some point during the set, I'm sure. This might be a kind of feeling it out beginning here.
Oh, I do really like that back air right there. You know, I've always found Palutena's back air to be so impressive because it's just the massive hitbox and the invincibility. Like, you can kind of just throw it out willy-nilly. It's kind of, at least to me, it's like Cloud's back air if it was just... I don't know, I feel like those two are the two big back airs of the game.
Yeah, I would say so. I just heard loud-ass violence downstairs. Like, city needs to turn down the speakers, man. Yeah, this is feel like... Arkdee feels like he's adapting, and I'm sure it'll be
adapting, testing out better
waters next game.
Game 2. Now, what we have seen people come back from these type of games before, especially with last set. But I feel like right now, if I was in Arkdee's position, I would be trying to not only get that kill, but also look for a little more information from next games as well. And if you get the game, that's just even more better. That's just even better.
And that might mean playing a little more defensive here, as we're kind of seeing with him jumping and waiting for him to throw something out rather than trying to get in off of the initial thrown, like arrows and boomerangs or whatever there are. And now, this is looking suddenly very doable for Arkdee, because all you really have to do is get him off stage once and then hit the nair button. Oh, that was very close.
Really close down.
And now we're pretty even in percent. Young Link You might even be out of weird, like, Young Link chain percents to chain into
I feel
up
like
air or forward air.
I feel like fire arrow into like up air is still potentially possible here, but also in the back throw,
Wow.
gonna do it.
I am
Arkdee taking
surprised that
game
came
number
out.
1.
He back aired before that, right? Was that really just like the end leg for that was just non-existent?
Yeah,
That's very
it's kind of crazy.
Smash middle, small, heavy.
All right.
A game one for Arkdee is a scary game one for Blueboo indeed.
Absolutely.
If you're Blueboo, you're up, you're getting reverse, two stock there or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's scary. You kind of had that game in the bag. Right? Arkdee was at
Crawling his way back.
140 the whole time. You had all it take was a couple stray hits of a thing into your confirm or a forward throw.
Yeah.
And you could have had that. So having that be the way that game one ends
Sitting in the back of your mind a little bit
is
too.
kind of despairful, yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like, especially with this new fresh start, it is slightly more in Rodrigo's favor, especially after that comeback. But a new fresh start also means that there's way more chances for Blueboo to continue his lead that he did have originally in that first game.
Yes, and I already feel like they're both moving a little differently. I feel like Arkdee was already kind of near his endgame set a little bit more composed, I want to say, at the start of this one. Perhaps feeling less pressure for being able to take that game off last one.
Absolutely.
And had the lead at the beginning of this game, but then I saw Blueboo was kind of pushing more aggressively with his projectiles and not just kind of hanging back and shooting
Throwing them out just for the sake of having them out there. Yeah.
It's a lot more of a slow progression of run up for another one, run back at another one if you need, and that feels more space commanding this time.
Yes.
Which I think is what he needs to really catch Arkdee out of his good aerial game and get him to the edge where you'll be able to trap him on more.
Yeah. Now with a good back throw to try to get off stage. Oh, the save from Blueboo.
Yeah, that was an amazing short up B to just aim into the bomb to mix up your recovery timing just a little bit more, taking the hit.
I agree.
I just realized Arkdee's at
200%. Yeah.
Where I feel like a strong nair should kill.
Just like any blow of the wind is just gonna knock this Palutena over.
But that back air almost came from center stage.
That's crazy. And the counter, so smart
Yeah.
from Arkdee coming out. And just answering him right back with the chain back air 1 and the back air.
Even so, even though, well, I guess Arkdee did die second there, so he did have the respawn advantage, but this feels a lot more in Arkdee's favor so far, because Young Link is so vulnerable off stage, because you either get a counter off like that, or you get hit by a stupid aerial, or if you even try to tether grab, that's a lot more of an open opportunity for a nair or Rodrigo's kind of signature down air at ledge to hit something like that.
Also, I just realized that counter killed Blueboo at 70%.
And that's what I was going to say too, that he can die at such early percents, but he's not finding any of these kills until first stock of Arkdee's this set. This game is 200.
Yeah.
People are cheering for Aster Poison Jam downstairs.
Oh, nice.
I think.
Can't see very well behind me. But now, Rodrigo with this huge lead going and finishing up this game too. Let's see, Blueboo can try to just crawl his way back a little bit, throwing out all these projectiles and trying to keep them in off the stage, and with a good up air. Now we're on last stop. Only 92%. I say only. It's still a little, quite a bit percent, but it's not unwinnable.
I'm a little distracted by the crowd downstairs. I'll have to check when they report the set because I think they were cheering for a certain other set, and I'm seeing neither of the players reporting.
Oh.
So, no, I think I know what happened. I'll confirm after this game ends, which seemed quite dire for Blueboo again.
Well, it is. They've crawled their way back very slowly. I wouldn't say it's quite out of them just yet. With that boomerang trying to protect the counter that was inevitably going to happen the first two stocks, I wouldn't be surprised if they were going for it again. But a good forward air was Arkdee in a very precarious situation, trying to get off the ledge here from Blueboo with full rage. That kid may be like, oh, never mind. The back air going to take it. Yep.
All right, let me check this.
Get what I said.
I saw CD referring, so I must confirm. And this might be Evan for everybody else in the bracket.
Is JJ out? Fuck up.
J-Jaw has lost to Dilster
J-Jaw lost to Dilster.
for 13th.
That's crazy. The number one seed getting eliminated for 13.
So that's why everyone's cheering. That was a Game 5 Dilster J-Jaw all Donkey Kong from Dilster, which he said he was going back and forth between Donkey Kong and Aegis today, so that makes sense. But after J-Jaw's upset earlier, that's a big bracket demon out of the way for a lot of people today, especially, I said earlier when we were commentating Aster, like, oh, people were complaining J-Jaw's in my loser's path now, right? Like, Echo Fire had that in his path for making top 8 loser side, which is now Dilster. A matchup he's played a lot more just being Spartan Weekly and has a winning record against versus the best player in the state, right?
Yes. And also, are they still the best Kirby, or is now Guild the best? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. They're pretty close, I think. I don't want to make assumptions, but those are the two names that are thrown around, right?
But either way, we may not be thinking about Kirby, but that fire arrow in the 4 air taking that stock at 150, surprisingly that's still comboed that late, taking that stock. Giving Blueboo a little bit of an edge coming in here to game 3, trying to extend this game 5. Or this best of 5 set, I should be saying.
I don't think this is Blueboo's first lead in the set, because I think he had the lead at the start of game 1. Of course he did. But a counter, taking it again.
That seems so hard to get around if you're Blueboo too.
It does, but is it just that he's using his jump before he's up beam? Because I feel like he could have made it back there.
I think so.
If he had a jump.
Because, like, he may have used his jump, but he had a bomb as well, so he already used up all of his resources and he had extra to go for it. I think it's just Arkdee knowing when to go in for these counters, making every single one of his moves count, trying to take the stock as early as possible.
Yep. I've never seen that interaction before. He just pogoed off of Palutena's shield, which is very funny. That's awesome. But yeah, I was going to say, for somebody, an experienced player like Arkdee, who goes to everywhere out of state, he's from Peru, obviously, so he even has the South American experience with the player base down there, not just in Peru. And then being one of Michigan's biggest travelers and going to stuff, having the opportunity to go to some bigger events even outside of the Midwest. He has a lot more experience than just like West's hometown hero here, that I feel like this is a big hurdle for Blueboo to overcome, not just in terms of the game progression that we see of this stock deficit right now. It's how do you deal with somebody who has the knowledge to go in at the right time all the time, like you were saying earlier.
And I believe, now I don't know when this is, but I believe I remember hearing that Arkdee is going to be going to a Kagaribi soon at some point.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, it's actually a really exciting thing.
That's awesome.
They
auto-reticle taking at the end there.
Quick 3-0 for Arkdee over Blueboo here.
I would Samo. You want to join in? Okay. Samo's gonna join in my stead. Up here with